What's going on? Welcome back to episode 15 of the Rec Report. We're here today with Justin.
Howdy, guys.
We lost Evan. He should be coming soon, though. Anyways, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I am, well, there's someone.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to episode, 15?
Yep.
Did you already do that?
Yeah, I already did it.
Okay, cool.
We gotta move on.
Top of it.
All right, guys.
You were late to the party.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Then I lost my notebook, which has all my secrets in it, so that would have been bad news. Guys, today we are talking about our favorite knife designers, also the most influential knife, in our opinions, in the last decade.
Ooh.
So stick around for all that and way, way more.
Hey, what's up? You ready?
So the first
so.
thing that I wanted to talk about today was what you guys think is the most influential knife of the last decade. And it makes me feel really old, but the last decade would be 2012
That is
to present.
insane.
That makes me feel
Just
very
even
old.
think about that. That's crazy.
That's the last 10 years. Riley, do you have one off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I'd have to say the Bug Out.
Okay.
Not too,
Oh,
that came out,
yeah.
maybe 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's been around that. Definitely within the last decade, so it applies. So
I feel like that knife has changed. Anyone that has a Benchmade, not anyone, but a lot of people that have Benchmades have Bug Out, and Bug Out is pretty sick.
So how do you think it's influenced other knives?
It's got to be the carryability. If that's
Okay.
a word, I don't know if that's a word or not.
Throw it up on the
No.
screen,
Yeah.
carryability.
Just how-
Webster's Dictionary, new word.
yeah, they geared it towards being lightweight and making it easy for backpackers and stuff. And
Sure.
I'd say that's really impacted the community.
And kind of afterwards, we saw a Para 3 lightweight. We saw the Hogue Deca.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. Those are all knives that are, like, I think probably pretty clearly inspired by the success of the Bug Out. I mean, and when it comes to Benchmade, we've seen the Bug Out line become pretty massive with different finishes and different handle materials, this, that, and the other. And we've seen it kind of splice off into the bailout. We saw the bailout splicing out into the shootout, and now we're getting the Hogue. The Benchmade tagged out, which I think looks essentially like a Hunt Series Bug Out.
I really like that knife.
Yeah, I
It's
think
gonna be
that's going to
sweet.
be
for that
legit.
one.
It's going to be super good.
That's going to be legit. Justin, do you have your most influential knife of the decade?
So I think mine would be the Para 3.
Okay.
And I know that's, going from, Spyderco to the military, and then the paramilitary 2, and then now the Para 3. I know it kind of makes sense Spyderco would do that.
Yep.
But I remember when that came out, and I mean, literally not enough people could get their hands on
You know when that did come out?
I think, don't quote me on this, I'm going to say 2017 or 2018.
Okay, so we'll throw the actual year up here. I do remember I can't remember if I was in undergrad or if I was in graduate school when that knife came out, but it was the kind of deal where
Problems.
it was the kind of deal where that was pretty explosive, and it was something that I really felt like I needed to have.
Yeah.
And there was a point in my life where I had way too many of them.
Is that possible?
Well, okay, so here's the story behind that. When I got hired on at REC, there was I think Mike gave me 10 days before I started. And during that time, I had a really skewed perception of what it was going to be like to work at a knife store. So I was like, I need to acquire. Can you believe the audacity of people to fly a plane right now?
During the Rec Report, too.
Jeez. Can't believe it. That was a helicopter.
Oh, it was a helicopter. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know my fixed wing versus
Rotary.
helicopter sound. So anyway, so when I first got hired at REC, there was a time period where I had kind of a skewed perception of what I thought it was going to be like to work at a knife store, and I assumed that everyone was just going to get immediately judged off of their collection. So I went off the only thing I knew, which was Para 3s at the time, and I bought a lot of them, 12 of them.
Jeez.
I had a bunch of different steels. There was a point where I was like, well, I'll never be able to afford a REC Para 3, so I'll try to get all the steels.
You had 12 Para 3s?
Yeah, I did.
Were they I know you said different steels, different handles too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I had like the purple and black DLT one.
Yeah.
I had the Cutlery Shop. I had Rex 45. Yeah, I had a bunch of. It was a really bad financial decision, but I sold them all off, and it's all okay now. But I totally agree with Para 3. That was the longest little tangent we've ever gone on here on the rec report. For me, this is a more recent one, so it's kind of risky to say that it was one of the most influential of the decade, but I truly believe it's had a huge influence on the knife world, and I think it's the ProTech Malibu.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
big
good
time.
one. Yeah. Sure.
I think being one of the first kind of manual ProTechs that had huge mainstream success. I know they've done them in the past, and then with the drop Mordax, I can't remember if the Mordax came before the Malibu or not. But a button lock manual flipper, especially one that's slotted in at such a good price range, because when those first came out, those were under $200, US made and with 20 CV, and now we're seeing knife companies like Civivi coming out with button locks. Everyone's got a button lock now, and it's just kind of one of the mainstays. Like you see liner locks and frame locks. Now you see button lock manuals, and that's really, really cool. Definitely was a paradigm shifting knife for me. I really enjoyed that knife when I had it. And
Sold that?
yeah, I did. I sold it to the homie.
Huh. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, well, you see me carry it?
I haven't. No, I used to carry it every single day.
Well,
and then
oh
it
yeah,
just,
that's true.
Disappeared.
That's true. Yeah, I had to pass that along to another good home. But guys, let us know down below what you think was the most influential knife of the last decade. I'm always curious. They'll probably put a little bit more thought into it than we did, and let us know why. Guys, we all have favorite brands. We all have favorite steels, handle materials, this, that, and the other, blade shapes. But one thing that often gets overlooked is the designer of the knife. So even across brands, if you're a fan of Elishewitz designs, you can find his stuff from different brands and still have a similar appreciation for it. If you're a Sinkovich guy, this, that, and the other. So guys, what is your favorite knife designer out there right now?
You want to go first with this one?
Absolutely, yeah. So again, going off the historical aspect, I love Les George. Ooh. That guy, to me, does some crazy good, I use this term loosely, but historical reproductions.
Yeah.
Some of his daggers, like his blade designs, they're overbuilt, they're sturdy. He's just a really, really cool guy, really, really good knife designer.
And he's one of the knife designers out there that you could get every single type of knife from him. You can get the V14 dagger from Spartan. You can get an automatic Rockeye from ProTech. You can get a VECP manual from him, and you got like all your bases covered. Yeah, maybe not Bush. Does he have any bushcrafting style knives? I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah. Guys, let us know. Or Mr. George, if you're watching this, let us know if you had anything kind of leaning in that direction. But I think that's really cool when you can kind of get a different category of knife all from the same designer.
Yeah, great collaborations.
Oh, absolutely. V14 Spartan dagger. That's one of the most badass knives of all time. Yeah. It's so sick. Yeah. All right, Riley, what about you?
I think mine's got to be William Harsey. I mean, obviously the folders.
Junior.
Love the folders. Oh, he's a junior?
Yeah, William Harsey's junior.
Dang. Well, his folders are sweet. Ergonomics, perfect. I mean, I don't know if it gets any better than that. And then on top of that, his fixed blades, those are really, really nice too.
Yeah, super good.
Primo.
Pristine.
Yeah. Well, and the cool thing with Harsey is that you can get some of his really cool stuff from Spartan, and then also you can go ahead and pick up either a Spartan fixed blade or a Chris Reeves fixed blade. So you can go either way with that. Also, tangent alert. Can you put up a sound for that? Okay, cool. A little siren. What do you guys think about the switch from S35 and S45 VN to 4V in Chris Reeves fixed blades?
Oh man,
they just started shipping.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's smart because people that have the S45 or the S30V ones will want a different steel.
Absolutely.
Same knife. So I think it's pretty cool.
It does. Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, no, I think it was a super smart call. I mean, 4V compared, obviously great steels, all of them, but for what those knives can be used for, and what I think Chris Reeve, would like them to be used for, 4V is a great steel for that. I mean, it's incredible.
Absolutely. I do think it kind of marks the end of an era because we saw Chris Reeve develop or co-develop S30V.
Yeah.
Obviously, that had a huge influence on S30 and S35, or S35 and S45VN. So we're seeing a departure away from steels that Chris himself actually had an impact on designing, in kind of a picking up of the mantle, of the torch, as it were, by another generation of steels. They are clearly switching to MagnaCut with the folders. So I think that's kind of neat, because you're kind of passing the torch on to a new generation of steel designers. We are seeing young men like Dr. Laren Thomas, who developed MagnaCut.
He's insane.
Yeah, he is.
He blows my mind.
Yes. Obviously, we'll have to do another video with him at Blade Show this year, and just kind of talk about all the stuff that's happened since the last video we made with him, because the in between now and then, like, I don't know if you remember last year at Blade Show, but you had to really, really, really hunt for a knife in MagnaCut.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing, you might not be able to get it. Yes. You might not be able to get it right now, but your favorite knife manufacturer makes a knife in MagnaCut now. Yeah. You know, or they have plans on using it in the future. So I think that's a really cool transition, but let us know down below. What do you guys think is what do you guys think it's a good change from S35 and S45 VN to 4V and Chris Reeves fixed blades? Let us know. Not that any of us will ever be able to find one of those, but let us know down below. Alrighty, guys. So we do a lot of hypotheticals here on the Rec Report. Because there's no rules.
Yeah.
You know? So guys, if there was an automatic knife that you could convert to a perfectly functioning manual knife, you can leave it a button lock, you can make it a frame lock, you can do whatever you want. It's your knife. What would you do?
All right, so I would do the Microtech LUDT, going, again, from the auto to the manual, keeping it a button lock.
Yep.
I think that's imperative to kind of the overall coolness of that knife. And then obviously Microtech still does all the cool different color options, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that would be really badass. I wonder why that hasn't happened already.
Yeah.
It could be the spirit of it being an underwater deploying knife. I could see that. What about you, Riley?
Mine's got to be the Ultratech. All right, so I've seen one.
What?
I've seen one manual out the front. Cole had it. He brought it in. I forgot who made it, but it was one of the coolest things ever. So just
what are you talking about? The Riot?
Yeah, the Exo gravity.
Yeah, the gravity knife that you lift up the back and it falls out.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That is actually pretty cool.
It
I could
doesn't
see
have
that.
to be an Ultratech to be like a Troodon or really anything.
Sure.
But I think that would be really cool.
That thing is very, very cool. I think it's a dangerous knife design.
Definitely not safe. Fun to play with though, until you lose a finger.
You know what they say, safety third, right?
Oh yeah, always.
All right, guys. For me, it has to be a TR3 from ProTech. I love that knife. I think a thumb stud button lock manual would be badass for that knife.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of tired of flippers right now. I really, really am. But I think that would turn out to be quite cool. Guys, going in the opposite direction, if you could automaticify any manual knife, what would it be?
So something about this knife, I've never owned one, but they're always at the shop, and I love playing with them. But the QSP Parrot, so cool.
Sure.
If they made a manual one of those, it would be budget friendly and it'd be sweet. They're already crazy smooth.
Yeah. Yep.
But an automatic one would be sick.
Absolutely.
I think I said manual the first time.
You did, but there's always post.
So I would do a bug out.
Okay.
And then I would hope after that would be a bailout, obviously.
And you're talking about side opening autos right now, right?
Yes.
Because we have an out the front bailout now.
Yes, that's true. No, side opening. I mean, literally just the bug out. And again, the configuration I like the most is that Ranger Green version.
Absolutely.
Having that in auto format, don't increase the thickness or anything. Would be awesome.
Still having the axis lock auto.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Guys, I'm going to go in a weird direction with this one. Y'all know the Spyderco Chaparral?
Oh yeah.
I love that knife, and I'm also kind of a fan of small autos. I'm not generally a fan of small knives in general, but I think that would be a really, really cool button lock automatic setup. I would still like that blade to be super, super thin like it is now. I got no issues with XHP, even though it is just 440C on steroids. But I think that would be a really, really cool automatic knife. Guys, if you could make a automatic knife, a manual, and still have it function perfectly, what would you do? And also, if you could automaticify any manual knife.
Automaticify.
Such a cool word.
Automation. What would you do? Let us know down below. Guys, should we hop into knife news?
I think so. It's about that time.
It's about that time for today. Hopping right into it, we're seeing a lot of cool stuff being released as show specials for Blade Show coming up in June. Obviously, custom makers like Brian Brown and the other guys that are out there making knives by hand in their little shops, they're going to be bringing some really, really amazing one-off pieces for either auction or lottery, depending on how they want to do that. One that I'm specifically excited for right now is the 80-20. I'm so used to saying 80-20.5 because that's the only things that we get. But the 80-20 in a harpoon shark's foot full tie magni cut.
Jeez.
Wow, that's going to be sick.
Awesome.
That's a mouthful. Imagine writing that product listing. R.I.P. Jim, R.I.P. Brian. What are you guys' initial opinion on that? How much do you think that's going to go for?
The thing's just going to be a straight
it's-
beast.
Oh, absolutely. I'll show you a video of it because I can describe to you what a harpoon shark's foot looks like. But until you see that, it is so badass.
I think it's pretty sweet how they're making their own blade shapes and then giving them their own names. And
Yes.
the name is like super.
It goes with the brand. It
wouldn't fit anywhere.
It flows. Yeah, I'm insanely excited to see those. I might sell my car in between now and June so that I can buy one of those.
It wouldn't be too bad. You can get a scooter.
Yeah. Well, I already have a scooter.
the shop scooter.
So I got a scooter, so I can probably get around. Another thing that I am super excited about are the Blade Show exclusive Microtech Arrows.
That's going to be sick.
That'd be awesome.
So
What color?
they are black with white Blade Show. Shout out Blade HQ. You guys rock. Blade Show 2022 lettering. I don't know if these are going to be like the in-person only insanely good deal kind of things. So they might still be doing Ultratechs for that. But they do look quite nice.
Sweet.
Guys, there was also a little bit of teasing in Blade Magazine that Spartan might be bringing some longboat Harseys.
Oh no, this could be bad.
That's going to be really bad. Riley is particularly broke at this point,
Yep.
so this might be a rough experience.
Oh, buddy.
What are you going to sell? What would you sell to buy one of those longboats?
I don't think I could sell anything. I just got to start working more.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. All right, Mike, you heard him. Put this young man to work. On a much more somber note. Late last week, we did get word that knife designer Elijah Isham passed away close by to here. I think it was over towards Dayton, I want to say. Yeah. But just our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, the people close to him, and people who he had an impact on. Terrible, terrible loss. Very young man. He was close to our age. So super. It's just a sad situation. So I believe there is a GoFundMe for his family. We'll go ahead and put that link down in the description. So if you feel generous today, you can go down there and support his family.
Evan, are you ready for Blade Show? We have less than a month because I'm not ready yet. We got a lot of work to do.
I've been doing a lot of preparation. Actually, the next sheet in my notebook here is the questions I have to ask the different.
Every time.
Yeah,
every time.
The notebook has all my secrets in there. It's a lot of
invest in a lock.
Yeah, maybe. I am insanely excited though. It's by far my favorite time of the year.
It's gonna be big.
It's gonna be big this year. Over 900 exhibitors.
Wow, that's insane. And we got in the main room. I'm pretty pumped about that.
That is pretty exciting.
That's huge news.
That is pretty exciting. I think we're booth 128. If that is incorrect, I will go ahead and throw out the real number on the screen right now. Should we get Eric on here for a little pocket dump?
Hey, Eric, come on in.
You want to do a pocket dump?
He's working in the custom shop currently.
I have my Harsey folder, 3.25 today.
Dang, I want one of those so bad.
Ever since I got it, I cannot not carry it. It just always wants to be in my pocket.
It's a good reason for it.
Yeah.
That looks like it's getting smoother too.
It is. Oops.
That's one thing about Spartans, I feel like, is being on. Oh, that is a lot smoother. I feel like being on washers, they just take like a few weeks to break in, but damn, that is clean. Eat your heart out, Riley. You got anything else on you, brother? I know you got a pen.
Ooh, Fisher Space Pen. This
Nice.
is 50th anniversary Apollo 11.
Perfect.
Like it.
$10 worth.
What else? What do you get into today?
I have my island watch.
Oh,
Yep.
little Flieger. Fantastic.
And just checking in some Cerakote work
Cool.
to be done.
Cool.
Good deal.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
And thank you for the Red Bull. I appreciate you.
you're welcome.
Helps me get me through my day.
See ya.
See you, Eric. All right, Riley, what do you got? Let me guess.
We have the.
Let me guess.
Yes.
Fir tree.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Oh, we have the
Oh, babe
50-50
today.
chance.
Babe today.
it is 50-50. Hopefully in June we might be able to make an investment
Yes.
with the longboat.
Yes.
I think you just need to sell your truck. It's looking like slick.
Imagine how many Spartans you could buy with your truck.
I don't know.
And then just hitch rides everywhere.
Save me a lot of money.
It sure would.
I
It sure
thought
would.
he was living here.
Yeah, you know.
About
Can we
to make
get
my
some
apartment
B-roll
big now.
footage of your apartment over here?
Yeah, we'll
okay,
take
sounds
care
good. Justin, what do you got today?
I know this is a surprise as always.
Mini
but
tank.
That's right, the mini tank. As
Tank.
always, tried and true, man.
Fantastic. I have the Shiro Ursus.
I think it's clean.
I still haven't had any time to look up what Chromax is. I'm assuming it's made out of like the same stuff the moon's made out of or something cool like that. Maybe it's made out of the like whatever Captain America shield's made out of. Listen, I don't know.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
It probably never rusts, never needs sharpened, and can never break. So I would say Chromax is probably the best steel out there based off of no research. You guys got anything else for him?
That's about it. Staying pumped.
Staying pumped for Blade Show. Riley, how many vlogs are you gonna do while you're out there?
All right, so we're gonna be there for what? Roughly 4 days, 3 days,
Yeah.
4 vlogs.
Oh, so it's +1. However many days we're gonna be there, +1.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, that's a lot to commit to, guys. If you have anyone that you want us to specifically sit down with and either do a rec report with or just do a little interview with, let us know down below. I have my list of people that I will not show you guys, but you'll be seeing all that content. It's gonna be more personal this year. We're gonna be sitting down with these podcast microphones and getting to know people a little bit better. So hopefully that interests you guys.
Quality's going way up.
The quality is in the eye of the beholder. If you notice the quality going up, go ahead and leave us a like and subscribe. But guys, that has been the most rambling episode of the Rec Report so far. Thank you guys very much for sticking with us. If you stuck with us this far, I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.